Action.
My name is Mark Radovich, and today I'll be talking to you about the Gibbs Quadski. It's a new invention that's coming out to the United States this month. It's been in production, getting the bugs worked out since 2006. And it's the combination of a four-wheeler and a jet ski combined into one great utility vehicle. Just to give you guys a clue of what the Quadski actually is, since it's a very complex design, I'm going to show a quick video just explaining the basic functions of it. So as you can see, the Quadski is a very versatile vehicle. It transforms itself from a four-wheeler, from right on land, going straight to the water without any downtime or delay. And it's capable of doing 45 miles an hour on land as well as 45 miles an hour on water. The amphibious vehicle first started out around D-Day with the landing of Normandy. And basically what this was a giant steel hull that pulled up onto land and dropped the front gate, and soldiers piled out coming from the big battleships onto land. That's how they made their invasions. And then the Amphicar was created in 1961 in Germany by Hans Trippel. It's the first production car that was ever made that was able to go right down a boat ramp into the water. It was completely waterproof, and that's been in production for about 20 years, and then it started to die off. Now there's a new company out there. It's called Gibbs. And what they do is they create all these different types of utility vehicles that are able to help the police, the first responders, all these other types of branches get to where they need to go safely, efficiently, get the job done. The utility vehicle, this one's a Lark V. It's a 5-ton U.S. amphibious vehicle. And that was posted by Avon Logic, and that's basically a troop and cargo hauler. It can haul up to 5 tons of either people, which obviously wouldn't fit in there, or you could haul 5 tons of cargo, and that'll get you from point A to point B. And about 20 years ago, they started the Aqueduct, which is featured on the top left and the bottom left, and that's for tourism. They pull up, you load the people in, they drive you around the city. Once they show you around there, then they give the big okay to go out and jump into the water and take you for a swim. And they've even started making amphibious tanks to where the tanks can get across rivers, across lakes, where they need to go to help protect people in battle. This is the first responder one. It's basically used for a fire department in areas that aren't really accessible by a fire truck. It's got all the necessities, the hoses, the pumps. It's got the ladders you can see, and that's produced by CAMI, which is known as Cool Amphibious Vehicles. And what they do is create all these different types, and recently they just came out with a thing called the Terrawind. And what that is an amphibious RV. See, you can literally just go on a giant road trip, and when you want to scare people, just go out and jump it into a lake. It's got the flotation buoys on the side, as you can see in the top right picture, and that helps it to stay afloat. And then on the back side, there's a swimming platform that lowers down like a tailgate, and you could just run and jump off and go swimming. Argo UTV was a brand that came out about 15 to 10 years ago, and what they did is they created 6 wheels. That way it always had a wheel on the ground, and then it also had a little jet propulsion system in it. Now that's okay, but these vehicles could usually only handle about 7 to 8 knots in the water, which is a little under 6 miles an hour. So getting anywhere quick is not really an option for these vehicles. They're mainly just for crawling hills and carrying people. The Quadski is the new invention that's combined all these great ideas into one unique vehicle. Like I said, it's based off the design of a four-wheeler and a jet ski. The motor is a BMW High Performance, and it uses the jet propulsion system to maneuver it. And on jet skis is when the propulsion system is used. But on this, the motor and the propulsion system is used all the time instead of turning on and turning off. So it creates less wear and tear on the motor, plus it gives you more power on land and water. The hull is basically looking like an airplane. It's got the sides out for stability since you have the extra wheel weight and the landing gear created, so that gives you more flotation, as well as the sleek design from the jet ski hull. Now the wheel retraction system is a mechanical device. What it does is when you get into the water, it's got a depth sensing system. The wheels will not be able to raise out of the water until the craft is completely floating. And then it's basically designed like an aircraft system. So when you take off in a jet and you get up to a certain height, you see the landing gear raise up. That's what this does, except instead of it retracting inside the body and closing, this one just pulls out of the water and gets completely out. That way there's no resistance of water. Now most ATVs can only go through a couple feet of water because then the water gets sucked into the air intake and floods the motor and you can't run. Well, that's what's great about the Quadski, because you could just drive right across there where other ATVs can't, so you can get into the other places. Like across this river. You wouldn't be able to do that in just a regular ATV. You'd need the Quadski, or you'd need like a canoe and meet you with another ATV on the other side, which we all know costs a lot of money. Now for the lifeguards, this is a great idea, because a lot of the time you see them get the little dinghy out and they're sitting at the edge of the water and they have to go out and rescue somebody, or they have to swim. Well, this will let them patrol a lot of area in a short amount of time. This will go straight from the land into the water. You can drive out, pick the person up a lot quicker, help save lives, and again, keep the lifeguards safe at the same time. The Coast Guard's using it because now it's easier for them to get out and check, make their way around to patrol our coastal waters and keep us safe. And it's also being used for search and rescue missions. Now that's very important because when you're doing a search and rescue mission, it's really important that time is of the essence. People's lives are in danger and you need to get there on time. And the quicker you find them and get them help, the better off they'll be. It's also used as a recreational version, as stated by Coxworth. And here you have two different kinds. You have just the regular one, which you can take out fishing, and then you have the camo one, which is used for hunting and able to get you out there and hidden in the wilderness to where you can stalk your prey and get it. Now there's many different types of vehicles that the fire departments and the EMS units use. On the bottom left they have a little snow terrain, kind of snowmobile looking contraption. And then on the right, like I said earlier, is the Argo. And then they have the brush trucks and the Ranger and the Polaris. So those are all different manufacturing brands that help them get the job done. But again, that only gets them to a certain point. When they get to that river crossing and they can't get across, they're stuck and have to waste time finding another way around and shallower. The problem with these is, like I said all the time, is once you get to a river, you're stuck. You can't go anywhere. And again, as you see here, you have to trailer them to there. And then you also have to take a small boat with you. That way you can trailer that through the trails to get to the people. Whereas with the Quadski, you can just take one vehicle and be completely done, get your stuff done, and get out. Here's my references. Thank you for watching.